Hello, my name is Madli Okumabwa, founder of Southern Sahara, Nigeria and CPDI Africa. Welcome to What Africa Would You Build? Evolutions in Modern African Architecture. Please enjoy the presentation. Thank you, Garfield, for your very kind introduction. By the end of this evening, I think I'll have you speaking Igbo.
I'm up for it.
All right. I thank the National Organization of Minority Architects Atlanta chapter for their support of this project, a special event today. A special thank you to Deshaun Jenkins and Dean Royster of Africa Atlanta 2014 for their partnership and, of course, hosting this special evening. Distinguished partners of Southern Sahara, Nigeria, and the Community Planning and Design Initiative Africa, Mr. Emmanuel Odai, Dele Fadahunsi of Mass Media Partners, architect Eliphalet Kwaga of Lithosphere Designs, Ikoro Limited, AIM Partners PLC, Archi Africa, AfriHub Institute, the Nigerian Consulate of Atlanta, Shola Emmanuel for your special music today and your colleagues, thank you. Distinguished panelists, which I'll introduce shortly, and my dear family, the Okumabwas, I thank you all. Most importantly, I thank all of our special guests today for coming out this evening to participate in this pioneering conversation on developing a new architectural language for contemporary Africa. Welcome. Evolutions in African architecture. What Africa would you build? There are many interesting stories that inspired today's presentation. One of them takes place in the 80s. A small village in a now popular space in Nigeria, Abuja, the Gwari people. They lived in huts. Nigeria was about to create its new capital. They were moving from Lagos to a new place. A famous American town planner and Japanese architect did the master plan. These homes were bulldozed because they did not fit in this new concept of a beautiful brand new city in Africa. They were built 3-bedroom bungalows. The Gwari people moved in, and within a few months, they moved out, rebuilt their huts in the backyard, and moved in. They could not figure out how to live in spaces like those 3-bedroom bungalows. There was a disconnect in the designers and who they were building for. Another story talks about the modern woman in her fancy kitchen, in her mansion, or in her urban home. She doesn't like cooking in her kitchen because it's very hot. The meals that she cooks, if you're all familiar with African food, lots of aroma, lots of heat, no windows, air conditions, as you can see in the middle of the picture. She doesn't like to cook in that space. She would rather rebuild her grandmother's kitchen that she's used to in the village in her backyard and cook there. What's the disconnect? Both of these stories intrigued me. A trip to Nigeria in 2005, organized by the African Union of Architects, inspired another experience. After spending about a week at the Hilton, wonderful presentations by Black designers from around the world, talking about architecture, we took a trip around the city. We all got in these buses and we drove around. And Abuja was a brand new town. It was very beautiful. Lots of oohs and ahs, but nobody wanted to take any pictures. Why, they said. The buildings looked like what they would see anywhere. There was no identity. If they took any photographs, there was nothing to say. They did not take the photographs. There were no markers that told them, okay, we are in Africa. For example, markers like this, you can tell if you were in a community that had buildings like this, you might identify, maybe I'm in Holland, maybe I'm in the US, based on the aesthetics.